Yo, good afternoon, everybody, man. Real quick, man, I see it's a lot of views of these videos I'm making. I'm seeing it's a lot of shares. I'm seeing it's some new subscribers, and I appreciate that, bro. And I'm gonna do my best to continue delivering and bringing, you know what I'm saying, some content that could be motivational, inspiring, and informing, you know, about what I'm into, you know what I'm saying, trucking, what I do, you know what I'm saying, just give y'all a real life peek of how it go. And I like to apologize to everybody too, because like that one video that I did that was an hour long, like it's a lot of good information in there, but I do not know how to edit, you know what I'm saying, like dealing with technology and electronics, like, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of foreign to me. But based on the love and the support, you know, I feel like you know, I'm gonna keep going, and it's all because of y'all. I'm gonna keep going. Coming soon, it's gonna be advice and demonstrations of pulling up to the truck stop and getting your fuel, your diesel. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it, and I'm explaining y'all why I do it like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, you could see, you know, like you basically want to be strategic and everything that you do in trucking. Before we get too far off base, this video is again to reach out to everybody who be showing love and for everybody who viewing. It ain't really got no action, no scenes in it. It's just food for thought. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put everything to rest. And the food for thought is this: is trucking for you? Who is trucking for? That's the food for thought. Okay. Trucking is for you if you want to make a whole lot of money and if you want to be basically free. Then trucking is for you. There's no age limit. There's no race restriction. There's no restrictions whatsoever, except for you ain't the type to be putting all them chemicals in your body. As long as you ain't putting a whole lot of chemicals in your body, then trucking is for you. You know what I'm saying? By all means, I invite, if not challenge, any and everybody to go on Indeed and look at how much trucking actually pays. You know what I'm saying? And then you decide, is trucking for you? Straight like that. You know, look at the different years of experience. You know, you just got to have a post. You basically have a post and you can make a whole lot of money doing trucking. The main thing is make sure that you are professional, and not just trucking, but in everything that you do. Make sure you're a professional about it. You know what I'm saying? And another little ounce of game that I ain't want to skip past or forget about was don't overlook the value of talking with recruiters. I've been on the phone this morning actually with a recruiter, Miss Latasha Owens. If anybody want to reach out to Miss Latasha Owens, she been in the game recruiting. She 8 years strong. I'm talking about super duper cool, down to earth. She from California, you know what I'm saying? Right now she's staying out there in Texas, and you know, California, Texas, those are really you know what I'm saying, truck drivers are, you know, I don't even know the right word I'm looking for, but like, you know how like down south they say like that's a hotbed for football players. All right, well, California and Texas is hotbeds for truck drivers. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you this too. Driving out there on the oil rig in Texas, man, I remember when I was in work release, man, they had jobs on there making $100,000 a year, and you only work you work 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, running that that frac oil, or that frac sand, running that frac sand. So I mean, imagine that you driving and you making $100,000 a year, and you only working 6 months out the year. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, man, talk to recruiters too, you know, because they got a lot of contacts and they got a lot of connections, and they can help you achieve the goal, you know what I'm saying, that you're trying to achieve in truck driving. Yeah, man, big facts. Cause like me and Miss Owens, we had talked for so long, and you know, I was telling her like my plans on like what I'm trying to do with trucking, and like come to find out she got so many connections to all these companies, and like she could, if you tell a recruiter what you're trying to do versus like going somewhere filling out an application just trying to get a job, then you could design and construct your truck driving career the way that you want it to be. Because like, truth be told, bro, if you got a stable address, if you got a stable job history, if you got a clean motor vehicle report, if you don't have nothing too outrageous on your criminal background, then I ain't gonna lie to you, fam. You sort of like getting your CDLs is equivalent to like a college player going pro. You know what I'm saying? Truck driving school is sort of like, it's like a combine for to turn professional football or in a NBA player, you know? Cause like you finna get to the money, but depending on your background is gonna depend on how much money you gonna get to. You feel me? Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, like right now I can't get to the money because of my background. Real quick story, man. A judge, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Like I was telling Miss Latasha this morning, right? When I went to prison, I had a life sentence. And when I got out, I had accumulated enough funds, and I had traded in my first car when I got out, and I got my second car. So, you know, like it wasn't until I got my second car that I started getting all these tickets. And I ain't gonna lie, like me personally, before I got in the truck, before I went to prison, I already had a standard of how I wanted to live. So now that I'm a truck driver, my standard, now that I'm out of even in prison, I had a standard that how I live. So I'm not gonna change my standard based on, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you know, transpired in my past. So with that being said, like I got pulled over several times, and an officer wrote me a 22-mile-per-hour speeding ticket. And what I come to realize is that like that don't make no sense. I couldn't have been going 22 miles per hour over the speed limit without you writing me a reckless driving ticket. I don't know, bro. I feel like he ran my name and my background came up, and then he just tried to, you know what I'm saying, no Vaseline, the old boy, you feel me? But that's neither here nor there, you know what I'm saying? That's why you're gonna always hear me tell y'all, protect your license at all costs. And that's just not with finance. That's also with literacy. What I mean by that is, when you go to court, God forbid anybody get a ticket, but if you go to court and the judge say, okay, well, just plead not guilty or no contest or whatever smooth talk they be using, and then they be talking about it's not gonna go on your record. This is true. It's not gonna go on your record. Your car insurance is not gonna go up. But what the judge is not telling you is it's gonna go on your MVR report. You see the difference? And if you can, before you get your license, if you can, elect driver education course. Don't allow no ticket to go on your record. Fight it to the bitter end if you're trying to get into truck driving. So basically, because of my situation, I have to wait till like, I think everybody keep telling me April. They keep telling me April. I gotta wait to April to get to the money. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, like I believe in God so hard, you know, the basic instructions before leaving earth, that's what got me to where I'm at right now today. Cause Lord knows I done been through so much. I ain't much supposed to even, I ain't gonna say I'm not supposed to be here today, because I believe that let the Lord's will be done here on earth just as it is in heaven. But like, man, being stabbed in prison, having hits put out on me for lies, being, you know, ripping and running in the streets and shooting and robbing, and you know what I'm saying, money, man make the money, money don't make the man. And with that being said, like, the Bible tells us that, like, if God gonna provide for the animals, what make you think God ain't gonna provide for you? You know what I'm saying? Real quick story, right? I was so messed up, like, with bill collectors, debt collectors, car insurance, car payment. My car payment is $603 a month, because I got a standard of life that I want to live. And you know, it came a point that, like, during the holiday season, the company I'm with, let's just say, like, the amount of work that was being distributed, it had got slow between, like, Thanksgiving and New Year. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's kind of picking up, you know what I'm saying? But it came a point to where, like, I ain't have a whole lot of money. So I was like, man, am I gonna eat breakfast? Am I gonna eat lunch? Or am I gonna eat dinner? I'm like, man, when, you know, I ain't never been in a situation where I was making life decisions, you know what I'm saying, with the money that was in my pocket. I ain't did that in a long time. But you know, like, the main point of the story is, I ended up hearing a voice in my soul, in my head, and it was like, well, if you got to do it like that, then why you just won't fast and pray? You caught that? I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do with the amount of money that I had. Was I gonna use it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Because I was trying to feed my flesh. I was trying to feed my manly, my worldly body. But then I thought in reverse. I went backwards. I was like, man, why don't you just feed your soul? Why don't you just fast? You ain't got to be making life decisions about no paper money. Just do the right thing. Live by the Spirit. Fast and pray. You know what I'm saying? But moral of the story is, bro, like, go ahead and don't underestimate the power of talking to recruiters and orchestrating your trucking career the way that you want it to be. Don't just go out there and just jump on a job just because, you know what I'm saying, you done heard that once you get your CDLs, if you're not employed within 90 days, then you got to go back to truck driving school. Yeah, I heard that too. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But, like, whatever you do, don't just jump on the first job that come calling. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Because, like, somebody might hire you, but that don't mean that they got work for you to do. Somebody might hire you because they gonna get paid just to hire you. So they done already made their money, but look at you. You feel what I'm saying? So, man, as long as, if you at the cream of the crop, if you got the perfect resume, the clean background, man, take your time. And, like, I got a CDL classmate. Man, it's 3 of us. Like, we like brothers. Like, we talk like every day, every other day, something like that, bro. We stay in touch in CDL school. Both of them boys, you know what I'm saying, they financially straight. One of my CDL classmate brothers, this man, he already got over 20,000 saved up already. But he ain't had no tickets, he ain't had no criminal background. So the company he had got drafted by, the company that he went to, they break bread. They put them, when they go to California, they put them boys in single rooms at like 4.5-star hotels. You know what I'm saying? So do your homework, man. Just know that, like, the better your civilization resume is, then you are the cream of the crop. You ain't got to settle for anything. You could find companies that's going to give you a weekly minimum guaranteed pay. You could find companies that's going to, give you weather pay, increment weather pay. Like, let's say like it's snowing, or let's say like it's raining. You got companies that's going to say, hey man, just pause for the day and we're going to pay you this amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So just know, like, once you get your CDLs, like, you in demand. Somebody gonna hire you because they need you, and everybody gonna hire you because they need you. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason or another, they gonna need you. But find out the things that you want. You got some companies, they gonna hire you. They gonna say, hey man, we got TVs, we got microwave, we got refrigerators already in the truck. Yeah, everybody ain't got TVs, microwaves, and refrigerators in the truck. Company paid. You know what I'm saying? So take all that into consideration. Thanks for y'all time. This video already done got way too long for my liking. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna give y'all more history about me. But that's gonna be how that's gonna be like that will happen if there's not a lot of questions or comments or people that want information and insight about everyday life in trucking. And the next video is gonna be like my advice on how I get fuel, how I get diesel from the pump, so I could feel like I'm moving faster. You know what I'm saying? Because like at the end of the day, you got all the time that you got, but like, you know what I'm saying, you can still end up getting stuck like in a traffic jam, especially if you run around Atlanta. Like Atlanta, DC, Maryland, bad traffic, bro. You liable to be in a traffic jam for like 3 hours. So like, that's why you really want to like speed up and try to beat them little traffic jams. And another thing too, some companies, some jobs is only nighttime driving. It ain't no daytime driving. So again, man, just know, like, when you get your CDLs, don't just jump on any job. Find out what you want to do, because you is in charge when you get your CDLs. So is trucking for you? Yeah, if you want to make a lot of money and if you want to be free. Straight like that, man. Hope y'all get that money. Hope y'all get them tax deed houses for less than 5,000-10,000. Get them foreclosed homes less than 20,000, less than 15. I hope y'all build them up, flip them, rent it out. I just hope y'all just go crazy with that money out that y'all gonna make, man. Real talk, man. Salute at ease, man. Upright, independent, and fearless. Let the glory be to God.